Gentleman you're going to hear from is an Emerald director on a fast run to Diamond, and I was just talking to him backstage. He's an entrepreneur. It's in his blood. His uncle, his dad, all entrepreneurs. He's never known anything else. Quitting was never an option for him. He's got an unbelievable story, and he's going to talk to you today about taking your leads, putting them in a funnel, and turning them into distributors. Who knows that if you don't have a list, you don't have a business? Say yes. So he's going to talk about that and keeping your business going through the funneling system that he's perfected. So help me welcome to the stage Emerald Director, Mr. Conrad Padilla.
All right. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Everybody gets me to understand that, right? Well, I've got a really good topic that I'm going to talk about, but I want to share something with you guys because life happens, and I'm not going to talk about it too much depth because otherwise I'll sit here and start crying. But my wife and I had made a decision in the last year to run for Diamond. In fact, we were signing up lots of people, putting them on ambassador packs. I mean, I don't know, we probably signed 20 to 30 people between November and December, or during the holidays. And because we made the decision that, like Steve Merritt said, we made the decision, we set the date that we were going to go to Diamond. And what ended up happening is, first week of January, I had a really bad health scare. And so for 2 months, I was in the hospital for about a week. I had to get a blood transfusion, tumor in my stomach. They cut it out. Thank God it wasn't cancer. So we ended up landing as Emeralds. I had all intentions in the world of going Diamond, but my point to you guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about the fact that does life happen? You are not promised your health. And you know, the thing about the whole time when this whole thing happened, where I was out for 2 months, I literally couldn't work, it cut me from here to here. Took out 20% of my stomach. My business grew the whole time that I was sick. Now, how many of you guys work right now, and if you don't show up, you don't get paid? Raise your hand if you show up for work right now, and if you didn't show up, you would not get paid. I want you to raise your hand. So what happens if you lose your health? Think about that for a second. If you lost your health, would you get paid? See, the thing is my bills still kept coming in. In fact, when I was sitting in the hospital, I was sitting there thinking, thank God that I have built a business over 10 years that will take care of my family if something happens to me. That's the truth. So I've set new goals. 5 months ago, I've been back running with this thing for 5 months after the whole ordeal. I've set my goals to go Diamond. We're going Diamond, and we're going to go beyond Diamond. Nothing's going to stop me, including health issues, from going Diamond and beyond. Nothing. It's how I work. It's how we roll, right? So what I want to talk about is one of the most important things that you could possibly do in your business, and that's keeping the funnel full. Positioning yourself. Let me make sure. Yeah, these are definitely not my slides, guys. 196 slides. You guys want to watch 196 slides? Let's try to find my slides. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about just keeping the funnel full. And
just keep talking.
Yeah, I'll just keep going. Yeah, it says 196 slides. Let me just go over the whole thing about the funnel. How many of you guys know that your network is very different than somebody else's network? Everybody has a network that's different. What I would say to you guys, it's very, very important to understand that just because somebody has a certain network doesn't mean that's necessarily your network. One of the biggest challenges that people have in this business is they really don't work with where their strengths are. If you have connections with working with doctors, should you be working with doctors? If you have connections with working with people who are in the fitness industry, if you have connections to work with people that are in certain industries, is that where you should maybe be working as far as in that network? We're in network marketing, right? Are we not in network marketing? Yeah. Okay, so if you think about this for a second, if you start thinking about the fact that you got to start working with the people that are out there that you know that you can create some new things. Now, what happens if you want to focus on a particular group? Can you go bring somebody into your business Can you bring somebody in your business right now, for example, that can open up the doors into a completely different network? See, one of the things that one of the leaders said to me, because I was in the back after she spoke, I love to learn. And one of the things she said in the back was, she said it up front, and then I went to the back, and I wanted to hear more about it. She says, my team in Boston, I don't know who it was, somebody, Double Diamond, it was you. So what did I do? I went in the back and we talked to them, right? What I knew right away was that one of the biggest reasons why that team in Boston was doing well is because they're people who are influential. Do influential people have influence to influence people and to get into your business? So if you're going to go out there, if you're going to go prospect people, if you're going to go put this in front of people, should you maybe put it in front of the right people? It's easy to put it in front of people who maybe don't have belief in themselves. How many of you guys have put people in your business and they just don't have belief in themselves? Every time you have a conversation with them, you got to go and watch the news just to be motivated. See, the reason I'm going into this is because if you're going to put people into your business and you really want to get to the next level, how many of you guys really want to get to the next level of rank and income? You got to find some people who think like you to build the business. Here's the problem, though. I don't have my slides, so this is how I'm kind of used to this. Actually, this has happened before when I've spoken in different places. One of the things that I think that's really important to understand is just because somebody comes into your business doesn't mean that you treat them like a business builder. You gotta look at their behavior. If they come in on an ambassador pack and they sit down with you and you do a new distributor orientation and all this sort of stuff, does that look like it might be a business builder? If somebody comes in as a preferred customer, or somebody comes in as a retail customer, does that look like a business builder? Do you know one of the biggest challenges why most people become frustrated in this business is because they really don't study the behavior of the people that come into the organization? You work with people based on what they're doing, and that's where you spend your time. That's where you're going to spend your time, because essentially if somebody comes in, you're going to put your time into working with those people, but the thing about it though is that those people are going to have a better chance of being successful by you going out there and you putting them in the business right? Are they going to have more success that way? Right? If you're working with people that come into the business right? Okay, so let me go back to the funnel part. I want to go into the funnel. The biggest reason why most people stop and they plateau is because they stop putting this in front of new people. If you're always in the mode of putting this in front of new people on a consistent basis, it's going to keep you motivated. But what it's going to do more than anything else is it's also going to keep you excited about the business. And the other thing is it's going to keep you growing. That's the problem that most people have is, and you've heard this from a lot of leaders, is they get into management mode. See, I wasn't focused on Emerald. I was focused on what? Diamond, right? I set my date, I did all that sort of stuff, but what happened was I went out there and I just did as many activities as I possibly could do. I went out there, I brought in the right people, I did everything that I could possibly do to bring in the right people into my business, and we created so much momentum that even around the holidays, we actually blew through, we were at 700 cycles. But then my health thing happened, so what happened with the cycles? They started coming down because I couldn't work with some of them leaders again in my business. Some of those leaders that I brought in, unfortunately, some of them have actually fallen out. They're not as motivated as they were because I was not able to help them. I was not able to get them to see the money right away and everything else. But see, I'm not concerned with that. What I'm concerned with is I'm going to continue to find more and more people because I know that for me to get to the diamond level and beyond, I've got to find more people. And I stay there. Even when I go diamond, I'm going to continue to look for more people and so that I can go to the double diamond level. And that's where I stay. See, I don't get into management mode. I continue to keep doing the same thing that's going to get me to emerald, that's going to get me to diamond, it's going to get me to double diamond, which is going out there, finding the right people, continuing to fill my funnel, and continuing to get them in correctly, and that's where I spend my time. Are you guys following why maybe you're not having some success in your businesses? Because sometimes what you're doing is you're going out there and you're looking and you're finding people in your business and they're just telling you based on the behavior that, hey, I just want to be a customer, and that's okay. How many of you guys know that you need customers? Let them be customers. Don't go put this in front of people and beat them up and try to make them do something that they're not going to do. What you're going to do is you're actually going to burn yourself out. How many of you guys invited people here today, and if you really think about it, were they customers or were they business builders? If they didn't show up. right? A lot of people that you thought they were going to be here, really, if you think about it, did they come in ambassador packs? Were they doing meetings? Were they attending things? What was their behavior? If their behavior wasn't that of a business builder, then how can you possibly be disappointed? Right? So I'm going to close with a couple of different things. And I'm so sorry I didn't have my proper slides, because I had such good stuff on there. Stephen Jones. Gotta blame somebody, right? Somebody's got to pay for it. And I just saw him back there too. No Christmas card for you. And you know the crazy part, I've known Stephen since we used to do events in England. It's crazy. This is what we listen. So the last part, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. And I really, really want you to focus. Please focus on this right now. If you leave here today and you don't have a game plan, if you leave here today, like a lot of leaders that have said to you today, a lot of the things that you've learned today, if you leave here and you don't implement some of the things that it is that you've learned today, your business won't grow. You got to be looking at your business right now and be saying, you know what? By this next event, I'm going to be at this level with this many people, and I'm no matter what, I'm going to hit this level of rank, no matter what. By say, November, which is our big event, which is Expo. How many of you guys feel like you can go Sapphire Elite by Expo? How many feel? I want to hear this right now. How many of you guys, I'm writing this down, how many of you guys right now by Expo feel you can go Sapphire Elite, Ruby, Emerald, or Dazzle, even Diamond? I'm telling you right now, it starts with that decision right there, and then you implement your game plan, and you're going to do it. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I'm going to do everything, we are going to do everything we can to help the people move up in our organization. Because I've already sat down with a lot of my people, and when I get back, I'm going to sit down with more of them that are in this area. I'm setting goals with my team right now. Okay, what do you want to do for Sapphire? Expo, okay, you want Sapphire? Here's what we're going to do to make it happen. Sapphire Elite, okay, here's what we're going to do to make it happen. Ruby, okay, here's what we're going to make it happen. See, our goal is Diamond by Expo. We will go Expo. By Expo, we will be Diamonds. January and February is over with. I look back at that and I say I learned a lot of things, and I'm grateful that I chose to be in this profession, because at the end of the day, I've created something that will continue to pay me, my family, no matter what happens. That's what I've done for 10 years, is build this thing so that essentially it can take care of my family. So I'm just going to ask you guys this. Look around the room right now. You got about 1,000 people here. You got about 1,000 people here right now. Is there opportunity for growth here? Is there massive opportunity for growth here right now? You know, I'm just telling you guys right now, if you don't believe what I'm saying, next year, come to this event, I can guarantee you there'll probably be 3,000 to 4,000 people here. I'm just telling you right now, I know where this is going. My background is Wall Street, and I look at Jeunesse as a value stock.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I really do. I look at it as a value stock, just like Warren Buffett is a huge investor because he's good at finding things that are value. You've got a proven global company with incredible owners you've got an incredible corporate team, and Meredith and this corporate team, have they done a great job putting this thing together? An incredible job. And the whole thing about it is that nobody knows about it yet. I mean, how blessed are we?
Yes.
How blessed are we? If you don't believe it, it's never going to happen. I don't know what to tell you. You got to believe it, because it starts with you. So with that, you guys, I really appreciate you guys being here, and go to the top.